Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in my last video, I talked about my entire spray bottle perfume collection, and I will link that video in the description box. I bet after watching that, a lot of you guys were like, what? I mean, after 4 years, that's all you got? Certainly not. I can assure you, certainly not. In today's video, I'm going to talk about my entire miniature collections. And yes, I love collecting miniatures, not only because they're smaller, so they're much more affordable than the spray bottle, but also because of the delicacy. Like, imagine you go out and you think you need to fix up your perfume, you just take one out and be like dabbing it on your neck. It's such a mature and elegant thing to do. Like, to me, like, I love it. I think that is a better thing to do than just simply spraying out, and it's more sanitary in my opinion. So but since I have a lot of miniature collections, I have a lot of them, so I will go through each one much quicker, so you don't get a really long video. So if you want to know my miniature collection, then just keep on watching. So the first one I'm going to be talking about is the very first perfume I ever owned. This is by Dior. It is Miss Dior Cherie in 2011 version. I bet it already discontinued. I got this like 4 years ago when my mom was in a crazy shopping in her going abroad, and then she come back and told me that this was given to her, and I just made it to my own. And even after 4 years, I still love it because I think this is one of the best Miss Dior that they ever created. It has everything in the balance. You know, I love a sweet perfume, and this is just sweet in the way that it should be. Like, it's sweet, but also it's floral, it's modern, it's enjoyable, and also it has enough patchouli of it to make it a little bit more mature for those of ladies that could wear it. After 4 years, I still love it, and because they discontinued as a limited edition, I would keep it. Same goes with this guy over here. This is the Midnight Poison by Dior. The Poison has a hit series. They came up with Poison Girl last year, which is the 6th poison they ever come up with. And this is the 5th one, and also this one is discontinued. I'm so sorry. But I think they made a fair choice of discontinuing it because, I don't know, it just have a little bit of like plastic kind of texture. I mean, compared to this, the patchouli inside is have a cold vibe, and it's just not very wearable in my opinion. But they've discontinued it, so I've got to keep it. I also got this one in my early period of collecting perfumes. This is there's no name, but I remember this is by Guerlain. It's one of the Aqua Allegoria series, and this is Mandarine Basillic, the one. I think this is my favorite one among all the series, and the only one I think that is worth buying, because, well, you know, this is a orange type of perfume, so it smells like orange juice, but in a very fresh way. Like, every time you just put it on you, it will lift you up and make you feel like, I just had a whole big glass of orange juice with pears and apples, mix some fresh fruit mixing with it. I like it. I think this is a perfect summer perfume if you don't want to spend a lot of money on niche brands. I think this will be a good choice. One of the most proud collection in the entire miniature is the Jean-Paul Gaultier. This is Fragile, and I'm sorry, they also discontinue it. I'm so sorry, but I got lucky. I really spent a lot of money on this. I think look at the jar, it's so beautiful. It looks like a crystal ball, but in a more elegant, not that childish kind of way. It has, I think, the little women figure inside looks like Audrey Hepburn in Breakfast at Tiffany's. I think it's so beautiful, and once you go on with it, you can see there's small little golden sparkles inside that makes it even more elegant. But not only because it's beautiful, I love it, also because of the perfume itself. This is by far the most sexiest perfume I've ever owned. I think not the sexiness of it is not like, oh, I'm gonna show you my boobs and my butt, but in a more tender way, like you put on, in some night you put on a silky kind of pajamas and you'll be like, oh, I'll be more elegant, I will be more tender. And then you put this on and go to sleep and have a good dream. This is how I use it. That's why I use up a little bit. And I think it make a balance on the oriental side and on the floral side. I mean, this is tuberose, but it also mixed with different kinds of spices, but definitely not in a really sharp way. It's very, very tender. I think it's even more tender than the Tender Poison by Dior. Also, if you think this is discontinued and you don't want to spend a lot of money, the Jean Paul Gaultier Classique would be a good dupe. I'm not saying that they have the same scent, but they both have the tender sexiness of it that I think is really on the highest level. But compared to this is not much floral. This has more spice in it, but don't be alarmed. It is still wearable in your sleep. And look at the bottle itself. It is like a Corvette, but matte kind of Corvette on it, and with a feminine body. I think it's so cute. I think Jean Paul Gaultier, this brand, is really a good choice for newers. Another one in my collection that I really, really like is this one. This is by a brand called Parfum MDCI, which is a very, very pricey brand, and it's called Ungaro. In English is the Heart of May. This is because the spray bottle of this brand is really, really, really expensive, that I couldn't afford it on any occasions. I just bought the miniature version, which I'm really glad that they come up with this. I love this one. This is by one of my favorite perfumer in the entire world called Patricia de Nicolai, and she's a very, very talented woman, and this I think is one of her best work that she ever created. It is a rose perfume, I gotta say, but it's not just about rose. I mean, look at the name. It's called the Heart of May, which means that she uses all the kind of materials to create a kind of artistry of May. It's like the flowers, the wind, the breeze, the green leaves, the tree, everything about May. And she really did capture the heart of May, I think so. And I also think that this is one of the best perfume of MDCI. If you have some money, you want to waste some money maybe, and you want to find something great, I really highly recommend this. You cannot go wrong with this. Another rose perfume that I really, really love, this is by Serge Lutens, and it's called La Fille de Berlin. I got a miniature version, thank God. I mean, just look at the bottle, look at the liquid itself. It's such a nice burgundy kind of red shade that make you remind of wines. And yeah, this is beautiful. I mean, this is a really, really beautiful rose perfume as well. It doesn't have too many materials. According to the website, it only has pepper and rose inside, which pepper I really did not capture it. But if you want a good perfume, Serge Lutens is also kind of a pricey brand, but not as pricey as MDCI. And if you have some money, you can wear this. I mean, this is so popular in China right now. Like, you go to online, you will find it everywhere. Everywhere is trying to buy this because it is so beautiful and the rose is so approachable. I think to me this is a standardized rose perfume. It's not that fancy, it's not that pricey, but I think this is a good perfume in any kind of occasions. The next miniature I am going to talk about is this. This is by Emanuel Ungaro. It is called Diva. Look at how, look at the design of it. It's so beautiful. It is also an old perfume. It was born in 1983, and I think this is the kind of perfume comparable to Jean Patou Joy. I think, well, you need a nightgown to wear this. Like, this is so splendid, so magnificent kind of perfume. It's perfect for a night event, for if you're going to Oscar. Just kidding. Like this is the kind of perfume suitable for that. But ironically, this is like one of the cheapest perfume that I've ever seen. You go to eBay, you go to Amazon, you'll be amazed of how cheap this is. Such a magnificent perfume with such a low price. You gotta buy this, right? You gotta buy this. These four of it, I'm gonna put them together because they all come from a brand called YSL. I'm gonna be honest that in the last centuries, YSL is like one of the best brand that sell perfumes. And this is like, these four of it are the absolute classic, besides Opium. The first one I'm going to be talking about is this one right here. This is their very, very first perfume. It is called Y. It's a ridiculous name, I know. It's Y, but oh my gosh, this is a good perfume. This is like the kind of classical green sheeper in the world. I love green sheeper. I think they're elegant. I think they're like an armor to me when I wanted to show other people how strong I am, how stiff I am, how you don't want to mess up with me. But this Y is not that stiff. It is a sheeper, but it is like much more friendly. It has honeysuckle and rose, that kind of sweetness inside, and that kind of weaken the sharpness of sheeper. And I think this is the kind of perfume perfect for work if you want to be friendly to co-workers, but also want to tell him that I am not the blushing flower you think I am. Yes, I really, really like it. I wear this sometimes, but it doesn't last very long, but I like it. I like it. Okay, the next one. I am in love with this. This is by YSL. It is called Rive Gauche. I'm sorry, it is so small. I think this is the very best perfume that YSL ever created. You cannot not love it if you're the kind of an independent woman that likes perfumes, like wearing perfumes. You have to fall in love with it. This is the kind of perfume perfectly for those women who are independent, who are confident, who has their own work to do, and every day that lives in a very sunny kind of side. I'm not talking about depressive person. I'm talking about those of you who's so confident and not afraid of anything and just want to go aside and be a woman. Yeah, I don't know if that is a great description, but that is it. It is so good. It is the best aldehydic woody kind of rose I've ever seen. It's just the structure is so brilliant, and the texture of it is good enough. They last long enough, and this one is the vintage version. I think you can still buy it on eBay, but I'm gonna warn you that most of the spray bottles that they're still selling is in the newer version, and I prefer the older version much better than the newer version. But if you get the newer version, don't worry, it is still a good perfume. I just think it's not that as good as this. The next one is also a classic by YSL. This is Paris, and I bet if you go to the YSL store, they still, this one is still in display, but I bet most of the people went for the Mon Paris. Please, just please don't look for it and look for the to the very original version of Paris. I think this is like the most I want to say the most classical, but it is like, it is a rose perfume, and this is like, this creates such kind of sample as a symbol kind of rose perfume. It is the first one that does it. It mixed with rose, with violet, with iris, but at the same time it mixes with sort of green leaves that make it more greenish, so it is more mature. It's not the kind of blushing little rose that you can find in your shampoo maybe. I don't think like I'm good enough because I'm only 20. I think this is more of a 25 up perfume, but I still like it. I will still wear it sometimes, but just promise me, if you go to the YSL store, just go try it. I think you'll be amazed. Last but not least, we have this guy over here. This is by YSL called Kouros. I also got the vintage version of it. It is born in 1985, and yes, this is a perfume for men. Who says I only have women perfumes? This is for men, and I don't know. This is like one of the most extraordinary, bizarre, weird kind of perfume that I ever had. I have no idea. It's really shocking to see this kind of perfume come from a brand like YSL. It smells like toilet. I'm gonna tell you, this smells like toilet. And I once put this on a friend of mine before, and he sniffed it. He was like, at first he was like, oh god, it smells like perfume in the mall. But after some minute, I kept catching him sniffing the perfume, and be like, oh my god, I just want to smell some more. It's crazy, isn't it? I think this is a crazy thing to do, but yes, this perfume does have that kind of power that leads you into to find more of it. This is a vintage version. I actually prefer the newer version better because the vintage version is just, it's so weird. It is toilet, always toilet. But the newer version, they made some of improvement. They made the middle note and a base note into a very great kind of masculine, woody kind of scent. I love the vetiver inside. But yeah, if you go online, you can buy the big bottle of it. I think it would be the newer version. So congratulations to you guys. But still, you will have to like place your heart down and be like, oh, I'm down for trying everything, so that you can buy this perfume. Last but not least, we have, like, hands down my favorite green shipper in the world. This is by Givenchy. It is Givenchy III, and I think this is like my favorite one because it is more of an on the fence kind of product. It is stiff, it is sharp, but it's like an armor to them. I like this perfume because it is like more me, because I tend to be a little bit stiff. I speak fast, I talk very sharply, and I want people to think it that way so that I could protect myself. But after some time, if you talk with me more, you will find that I'm actually a very soft and sensitive kind of person. I think this perfume actually is so me. Like, it's a green shipper because so it's sharp, it is stiff, but at the same time it has the floral inside, kind of make it more elegant, make it more soft, and very 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 wearable. I like this one, Givenchy III. I'm so sorry they discontinue it. Like, why would everyone discontinue something that's so good? I don't understand it. Besides those miniatures, I also have two smaller versions of spray bottle. I consider them as miniatures because, well, they're not as big as the spray bottles, but they're still mini. So yes. The first one I've got here is by the brand Frédéric Malle, called Carnal Flower. I love this brand because it is like really really pricey, but the work of the product of it is so good. And here's the good thing, they put the name of the perfumer on every perfume. So this is by the perfumer called Dominique Ropion. I love him. He is very very talented. He has a lot of work in this brand, and I think most of them is a masterpiece, including this one. This is like, I think this is the most pricey one in the entire brand because they use like tons and tons of pure tuberose oil inside, so making it like the best tuberose perfume that you can ever find in the market. Just one spray of it will last you all day. I'm telling you, just one spray of it can last you all day. And because like the tuberose oil is so pure in this perfume, it smells a little bit like coconut. Yes, like when the tuberose oil combined together, it kind of gives you a coconut kind of vibe, but it is luxurious. The texture is so brilliant. It's luxurious, and but it's not offensive. Like tuberose, some tuberose perfume can be really offensive because it's too splendid, but this one won't. Like, this is also wearable at the same time. I like it. I highly recommend this one if you want to try out Frédéric Malle's perfume. The other one of my spray bottle is this one by Diptyque. It is called Volutes. Diptyque is kind of a more popular niche brand in the world, and I like them. I think the perfume they make is has their own style. It's very poetrily. I can't find a word. I'm sorry, but this Volutes one is the one that it differs from any other products from this brand. It is more thick. It is bigger. This is more oriental, and the reason I bought it because it has tobacco inside. Yes, you heard me, tobacco, cigarettes. But not the way the smoke of the cigarette is thus inside tobacco inside the cigarettes. But it's also feminine at the time, which means that I can spray this on me, and when I walk by you, you will smell like tobacco that I really smoke. I think women smoking sometimes can be a really really sexy thing to do. I don't know, this is just me. But yes, I like this perfume. It's they've discontinued the eau de toilette version of it. They only have the eau de parfum version, but the eau de parfum version is actually better because it lasts so long. It lasts all day, and it's thicker and made the material inside just pop out more. So yes, I like it. I don't like to use too much of it every time, just 2 spray and that's enough. Like, enough. Okay guys, that is all my miniature collection. If you like this video and you want to know more about perfume, please hit subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.